You already know. V Piper V Rose in the building.
TDK here.
Brian here. You know, another episode.
Yeah, another episode. It's episode 4, baby. Let's get it. Man, I was out here talking to Brian. Like, bro, what the heck is going on? We got the deli going crazy with the prices. Like, we got the deli going crazy with the prices. Yeah, like that. I'm still stunned by some delis will be charging as if we're buying downtown. We live in the heights. We live in the hood. We live like where things are supposed to be cheaper. Like, what's going on, man? I don't know if y'all feel the impact of all this increased prices. But lately, it's been wild. It's been a little bit too wild for me.
That's a fact. Inflation's a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. The way shit is rising, you buy Oreos, a pack is $2.
Cookies is not supposed to be $2. It's a cookie, man. Like, it's a little cookie. It'd be some little cookies, and it just be like sugar-free, $2, just because it has the sugar-free. The normal one, $1. And it's like, it still doesn't make it better, but that's crazy how you charge me an extra $1 just because it's sugar-free.
Shit ain't shit for $1 anymore, man.
I blame like TikTok and Instagram. Y'all seen that whole the Aki way shit?
Yeah.
Bro, you got a nigga out here fucking charging like $20 for a sandwich.
Facts.
Because he put mozzarella sticks in that bitch and fucking closed it up with a fucking waffle or some shit. And like people like all around the world are now like that I'll talk to them and shit and they be like, nah, I gotta go to New York to a deli and get my shit the Aki way. And I think that's inspiring all the New York delis to be like, oh shit, well this nigga could spend $20 for this shit. Like they gonna do the same shit here, so let's raise the prices too.
First of all, now that y'all said that, I actually want to go. Isn't it one store though, or not more stores?
It's one guy, but there's more stores doing it too because they all noticing, yo, this nigga making so much money off of this shit. We could do the same shit.
Yeah, that's kind of whack because like we already used to do that.
But
we already used to go
honestly, there were stores already that made sandwiches like that before this whole Aki wave started a trend. And
exactly. But that's the thing, Asian say it went viral. Now, not only are they charging up for it, people are actually coming to New York and then getting it the Aki way, and you know they're charging up now for that shit.
Shout out to Aki getting the bag.
But there's a reason for it, which I can understand if it was one store, and the reason why is because there was so many people that artists and that started going, like Fab. I saw Fab going.
Man.
That it makes it understandable a little bit, like, hey, maybe we're getting popular enough to start charging more. But if other stores is gonna do it just based off the food itself, that's kind of like it kind of reminds me of how they'll see that grape juice will work, and that grape juice has everybody going crazy. And now there's grape juice this, grape juice that, and it'll be the same thing but mad brands.
Yeah.
And it's just like you killing the grape juice like hypeness of it. Like that's it. Like nobody really getting a grape juice anymore because it's everywhere.
Yeah, they just keep pumping and stretching the shit out of it, man.
But that's the thing to think about it, right? If you own the deli, and then you see that you went ahead and you went viral with the deli, this other guy goes viral with the deli. Y'all got the same exact ingredients. Y'all making the same sandwiches. His is just going on TikTok. Why you won't do the same shit? You be like, fuck, I'm gonna put my shit on TikTok too, and I'm gonna charge $20.
But I feel like the only thing is the placements of the delis. You feel me? Like these delis ain't all in Manhattan downtown.
I think the one that's like the Aki way, I think that's just down in Brooklyn, anyways. Yeah. So it's like now it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? People are just they going with the vibe. They're going with the trend. They follow.
And what you feel like though? If that deli is like imprinted into the community of that neighborhood. And they making so much money by overcharging people and stuff like that because we had these celebrities come through, we pumped it up, you feel me? You paying for the brand basically. Boom. Don't you feel like they should kick back to the community that they making money off? Because that's one thing that they don't do in the delis. You feel me? They don't cut no. You see how nurses and doctors they get like 10% off and Wendy's and shit like that. They don't do that to the residents of their neighborhoods, and they force the residents of their neighborhoods, which are most low income, to like, you know, struggle. If you look at it, like they could be helping the community out. It just looks better. Like if you're gonna increase the prices, at least kick something back because it just looks like you getting and taking and taking.
For a fact, I think that's something that they definitely should have done. But like, you know how it is. It's greed. It's money. It's like they see that everybody paying $20 for this shit. Why they going? For them, they looking at it like, yo, why should we even do that? Why should we go out of our way to help the community or cut our prices down when we making so much money? It's like. Money blinds people, especially companies, mostly, you see what I'm saying? So I don't think they even thinking like that.
Yeah, I feel the money coming from the community though. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you making the money, but you making the money from them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You gotta have some moral conscience, like like I know the Greek could cloud you, but
Yeah.
it could also take you down.
I don't know how intentional it is. I'm sure it's very intentional, but they're just creating a bigger space between the hierarchy and the middle class and the lower class. You know, I don't know how much separation they want, but that's what I look at it like as. Like, come on, man, come on, y'all know this. It's not like you don't see your money going up from $1 billion to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 10. Now you're the richest man, and now you still want more to be the richest man. The thing I wonder, like, what it's like to be a billionaire and you're the richest man, and that's like that's your thing, right? Like you wake up and you be like, yo, I'm the richest man, bro. Like I be wow, and then like so another guy passes you. And he's like you now you see yourself as the third richest man. So when you go to like an interview or you're walking by somebody and they be like, yo, oh man, the richest man, and then you gotta tell him like, nah, bro, I'm not the richest man. And I wonder if they feel like, yo, I gotta get back on it. Like I gotta get back on it. Nah, I gotta get back on it. I wonder if they feel like that. But I actually got something interesting to tell ya. So damn, I don't know if I should be spilling this out. If anything, we cut it off. But Nike kind of be put some new rules where first I want to say they put some new rules where people cannot chew gum on the floor anymore. Like it was always like that, but they're just being more strict about it. And people cannot use their phone. It was always like that, but they're just being very strict about it. And at first I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, it's not like we didn't used to do our work. Like, gum, like, I can understand the phone, like, you want to be more strict. But once they mentioned no gum on the floor, I was like, okay, like, come on. Like, this is crazy. Like, come on.
This ain't school.
This ain't school, bro. Come on. So they told us that a CEO from Nike went to go visit on his day off. And he basically, like, noticed that when people were talking to him, like, I don't know if he got to talk to anybody, but he saw people chewing gum on the floor and using their phones. And so he, and put that a little bit more force on that rule. And it's crazy because, like, yo, that they got it kind of, I put those things together because it reminds me of, like, having that power and kind of, like, knowing that you're able to do that. Hey, all right, let me send this email. Now everybody got to make sure. I don't want to see no gum on the floor. I don't want to see no phones on the floor. Like, they're making sure they get each and every dollar. For them, that's like the best proper etiquette to make the most money.
Yeah, I just feel like at the end of the day, you feel me? Once you look at it in simple terms, like a job is a job. There's always going to be a guy in the top that's going to feel a type of way of something happening, and he's going to be able to change things. Like, just because he's in power. Like, in City Bike, because we got, like, a union, sometimes we can, like, backfire. Like, we can stop things. Like, oh, no, you can't say that because in the contract, it says that we could do this and that. Like, so having unions and jobs help out the workers, like, not get fired and not get absurd rules added. Like, I understand sometimes, though, about maybe, like, if you're doing sales on the floor, like, you're selling sneakers and clothes, like, not chewing gum, like, yeah. Like, I understand that because you are talking to multiple people. But, like, if you're working, like, in the back, stocking shit or bringing sneakers up all the time and shit like that, I don't mind. I feel like right there, shouldn't mind. Like, you're not really communicating with too many people. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Feel me? Just a little adjustment of rules. Y'all don't have a union in Nike?
Yeah, for sure. That Nike is gonna have all of that. They're gonna make sure to sell you the milk cow. We just are milking the cows.
Big boss always getting money.
But yeah, bro. It also reminds me of. it also reminds me of the prices going up on rent, and it's kind of like a little bit crazy right now because I'm seeing a lot of people going through the struggle where they have to go back to their parents' house, or having trouble staying in a school, having a job, and having their own apartment, and or having to have 2 or 3 jobs, and it's actually making everybody feel like they gotta hustle. And when we hear that word, we mostly feel like, yeah, man, we feel like we gotta do everything, like we gotta make sure we get it. So that's when everything starts becoming a little bit more violent. People are getting a little bit more stressed out. Things getting crazy out here, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, high alert stress in New York City. You feel me? Everybody here is on a grind. I think real estate is gonna fall, you know, the whole housing market before things get better, because it seems like everything is going up, but people's wages, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some real shit. Like unless you're doing shit on your own company on your own, but if you're working like a job and shit, that shit ain't going up, and everything else is. So I just feel like it's gonna cause a panic, a mass panic of, you feel me? A lot of people can't afford their rent, they won't pay it, and there's gonna be too many people for like the courts to be like, yo, let's evict everybody. Like, just imagine, like, you feel me? So it's like right now they trying to figure out something that works, but right now it's just money is like what makes you thrive nowadays. Like, you know, it's more important than even like humans themselves.
What else I wanted to talk about?
Now you feel me? I like that whole situation going on with T.I. and his son King. You know, sometimes I feel like this is like a perfect example of like when you raise your kid the right way, that you feel like, you know, you set him up in reality TV for he could get like his royalties and he could always have income coming in. He's raised with, you know, in the best schools, in the best communities. You feel me? He never needed a dollar. But for some reason, like, he's attracted to like the streets, like, you know, and it's actually in his dad's raps, so maybe it's just something that he takes off from that. Like, you know, like his dad do rap in his early years a lot about the streets and like how he used to run Atlanta and this and that and stuff
Right.
like that. So maybe he just took like a lot of that and thinking like, yo, that's what's cool, like that's what's being a gangster is cool. You feel me? What you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's what he did. He took it, and I said it before. Like, man, sometimes it's weird how that works. That kids who grow up wealthy are more attracted to the streets than the kids who actually grew up poor and actually had to live in the streets and grow up in the streets. They grew up living, wanting to get out of it, wanting to be like, damn, well, I want to, get rich and go in those gated communities. Like they all wanted that future, as to where somebody who was born with it, they wanted the struggle. They wanted to be in the streets. It's crazy how it's like the opposite. Each person wants the opposite, even if it's worse for them. It's crazy how they wanted that, and it's just like, for me, it wasn't surprising seeing T.I.'s son do it. I think it was more like shocking for people seeing it on a video, seeing it go so viral. But I've seen it happen in real life so many times. Like,
You know, kids nowadays like doing shit like that, like content like that, like on TikTok. They like putting their life kind of out there. That's like his generation. So it's like they like putting things out there. So I didn't find that weird about that being on like social media and being public. Like, you could profit from things like that too. You feel me? So maybe that could have been a scheme. It just, you never know, conspiracy of that.
Where I don't think. And now that you say that, it reminded me of how everything is set up in a way where, like, do we really like that, or are we just doing it because it's what's making money right now, or it's what's trending, and it's what we're just going with the game. We're just going with like the system, part of the system. So yeah, I wonder how much do we really like these things that be coming up, like recording everything and recording fights like that. Ti kept saying, "Yo, you're looking stupid. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself." And that's because, like, that's exactly what it is. It's like a lot of times people are embarrassing themselves on camera, but that's like what's trending. That's what's making money. That's what's cool. If anything, like, we see these guys get the girls after a while because they start getting popular.
I feel like, so it's like the end of my high school, like my high school years, I feel like that it was kind of becoming popular though, like to record a lot of stuff. Like, you know, like in graphics, a lot of people used to record the fights. Like, it won't be everybody, but it would be like selective individuals that's like what they like. They like fucking with the cameras and shit like that. So like they'll record the fights, they'll record shit in the lunchroom, shit like people playing ball in gym and shit like that. And I just felt like it grew from there. Like, you know, like people used to always like to record in the parties or like get-togethers going out. They used to like to do that. So I just feel like it evolved because not everybody does the same thing. You feel me? Like, some people when they go out, it'd be like extra extravagant. Some people when they do something, it'd be like extra funny or this and that. Like, and I guess like viewers like to see things like that. Like, oh shit, like, oh, I see, like he recorded himself fighting or arguing with somebody, but that person might be into drama or like action shit, so he gonna, you know, like the content and follow, because that's what they like. You feel me? And Power, like, you feel me, is a good example of it. Like, you feel me? It involves drama. You feel me? Sex, rock and roll. That's what they said that sells always. You feel me? So it's like it involves everything, and is doing great. Like,
Yeah, no, it's basically just more entertainment.
it's the hood though, you know,
Yeah.
like it's basically the hood. If you was to write a whole script of it and like put it on camera, that's what the hood is. You feel me? Little pieces of it, because it's
No,
bitches.
but according to like us recording ourselves and putting it out there, even rich people, like a rich person, like getting to see how he lives is entertainment. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be about hood things. We just like look at Mr. Beast, like we just entertained by it. As long as it's entertaining, like we'll watch it.
But you know, I feel like everybody got their own lane though of what they like. You feel me? Everybody just does what they like and seeks for like the viewers that like what they doing. Like, you feel me? Like, I just feel like that's what T.I.'s son probably like to do. Like right now, like he probably like influenced by a whole bunch of shit. So it's
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Would they really like it if it wasn't bringing revenue towards what they doing? That's what
maybe
I'm
not.
saying.
If it wasn't so popular, maybe
Yeah,
not.
if it wasn't so popular, if it was something like back then, it was like a YouTube thing. And that's why like, people did still record, like, you know, and we was kind of getting used to this iPhones and all these cameras. That's why like
I feel like it was that
yeah.
shift in the generation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like more people that grew up with technology are outnumbering the people that grew up without it. So now there's way more people that just grow up with iPhones, bro. Like, you feel me? Little kids got iPhones at 2-3 years old, just putting videos on YouTube, already know how to do things like that. Back when we had it, you know, our parents didn't know about nothing like that, like how to even go search something. So now times have changed extremely. Everybody knows how to deal with a phone, get on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, and like and everybody a little bit inside of them. Like some people are very shy, but everybody a little bit inside of them kind of want to kind of want to show a little bit of themselves. Like especially when you start doing good and you start having all these things, like start having a whole bunch of cars, you're going to a bunch of parties, you're going to a whole bunch of, like, you have a lot of diamonds, you have a lot of money to spend. You kind of want to show that a little bit.
Yeah, you want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's part of having fun with it. Like, we might be at a party or something, and we finally, like, blew up or something. We kind of want to record that, like, you know, like, yo, we out here with probably celebrities we don't even know and stuff like that. Like, I would want to record that. I ain't gonna lie, I want to keep that in the memory bank.
Word,
You never know when you want to pull it out.
That's a fact, bro.
Because a lot of shit, like, I've been hearing in interviews about, like, older people, like, OGs and shit, is like, a lot of the shit that they got to say is just, like, a story, but they don't have nothing to back it up, because back then, there wasn't a lot of recordings and stuff. And people weren't really into that stuff yet. Like, you know, so they wish they could go back. So, it's like, because when you say a story to somebody, you would want to, like, prove it, like, yo, look.
Yeah.
That's why I find it so special when I see the story of like the first phone, the story of the first camera, the story of these, you know, people coming up with these things that look like how it turned out now. Like, damn, like we could talk to somebody in China, send a message 1 second away, he'll read it. You know, we got WhatsApp with my peoples in the yard.
That's the crazy part.
Like then we used to have to buy a $2, $3, $5, $10 little cards just
Phone
to
card,
put
yeah.
phone card just to put it on your phone just to communicate. Now it's like, yo, bro, give me your WhatsApp, my brother.
You could even iMessage, you could FaceTime. As long as you got Wi-Fi, we can connect, bro. Word too. Nah, but no lie, that is even, it's crazy because with the whole T.I. and King issue, like there was a promoter that he put King on a flyer, like with that whole stand on your business thing, like that. It's been trending though, so people got to stand on their business, you heard? But it's like he was promoting it in the club with King's face on it on the poster, and T.I. went up to the promoter dude and got into like a heated argument, almost was about to fight, like, yo, take that shit off. Like, I feel like it's legit for him to say that because, you know, like he had no approval of either King or T.I. to do that.
He can't do that shit.
And I just feel like people is quick to like make a buck for you.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you like slip up, like, or something is trending around you, people are quick to make a buck. But what you think those people like are? Like, you think those people are leeches or something?
Definitely, that's exactly what they are. Like, at the end of the day, like, he knew, as a promoter, he knew there was a right way to go about it. If you're going to use somebody's face, you know there's a right way to go about it. If you're going to make money off of that person's face, their quote, whatever it is, you know there's a right way to go about it. You know, you got to go talk to that person, maybe talk to his team, and be like, hey, is it okay if I do this? You know what I'm saying? Get that approval. He didn't do that. He didn't want to even go through that. Probably in his mind, he probably thought they never going to see this shit. People will, boom. You know what I'm saying? And he got caught up.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like you can't be trying to make some cheddar off of somebody else. Just like that whole Diddy situation. Like, you know,
Yeah, man.
like, you know, the whole Cassie and Diddy situation, I thought it was settled, but it's kind of like still trending and not settled. But a lot of people are coming up like, like out of the woodworks. Like these dudes is coming out of closets and everything, bro. Like you don't even know. 20 years, 30 years holding secrets, and now you want to like come out because you saw that Cassie got a payout. Like I feel like that's kind of like wrong as like moving as a friend, even a business partner or whatever. Like, you know, like if we was here at this table right now, like, and something happens, whatever, bam, and it's our secret. And then 20 years later, whatever, I see like one of y'all got into a whole mess, and then I want to come out the woodworks and be like, yeah, I'm pumping that. Yeah, they did that. Trying to get a buck off of shit. I just feel like people like that are wrong. They like snitches almost. Like, you feel me? What you think, Vic?
Now they see, I don't really know. I wouldn't know how to really view it, just because I feel like there's so much sensitive stuff going on there that I'm sure everybody has their own views or their own opinion on it, and it's almost like hard to say whether it's wrong or right. But I definitely understand the reason why some other people are now coming out, and it's because they have this act that's gonna end this year or next year. They only have like a certain amount if you wanted to call out your abuser from 20 years
time
ago.
Limit,
And they have a time limit. You know, I think after that, it can only be after a certain time you could say, okay, that person abused me. If you wait too long, that shit is over, you know? So I think they're saying the reason why they're coming out is because, one, of that law, and then two, also a lot of people will say, and women will say, they would be scared to speak on it until they saw somebody spoke on it, so it gave them the bravery to, hey, now I can speak on it too.
That's that Me Too movement. I guess guys is joining that too, man. I just feel like it's a little shaky. Like, you feel me? There's a couple bodyguards. If you look it up, you know, Google, YouTube, wherever, Spotify. Like, they just came out, bro. You was Diddy's bodyguards. Y'all used to be at the parties. Y'all used to be everywhere with the dude. He used to pay everything and pay y'all. Like, I'm like, after 20 years of him doing that, and you keeping whatever secrets of what he was doing, I just feel like you shouldn't come blabbing it out of nowhere. Like you lived 20 years with it, and you was good money. You was good money, bro. And then you heard Cassie, and for some reason, like, you saw a payout. I just feel like these people see a payout, bro.
It could also be to try to clear their name too, though.
Yeah.
Because think about it, like, yeah, for a payout too, but also it could be like, okay, all this shit came out now.
And I was the security.
I was a security guard, nigga. Let me come out and be like, nah, I've never stood for this shit.
Yeah.
I was never stood for this shit, bro. I always wanted to say something, because then they look bad too. Like, nigga, wasn't you security for 20 years? You knew all this shit, you didn't say nothing? So they might be trying to cover themselves too. Like, yo, I ain't have no part of it. If anything, I'm on her side.
Damn,
that nigga was wilding, bro. Like, that nigga was bugging.
That's a good eye right there, bro.
Yeah.
But then I be feeling like, yo, it's crazy. Like, I was putting money in your pocket. You was out here with me. I was funding the dinners. I was funding the lunch. I was funding everything for like 20 years that you was my security or whatever. And now you want to come out like, yo, yeah, it wasn't me. I just felt like there was another approach they could have took with it, you know.
But that's they don't give a fuck though. You gotta think about it. It's like, bro, like, he knew he did some shit.
I was trying to add something and hear some sounds to our podcast, but it's not. I don't think I like this. I don't think I like this. I pressed it and it just made me feel like, what's going on? Like,
somebody playing Call of Duty.
Come on. I probably put some sounds while we edited it or something, but it didn't feel good to press the button. It made me feel like I was working on a radio show or something.
Facts. I just feel like everybody's going up on Vlad nowadays and just talking whatever they want to talk. You know, like, there's no more of like loyalty or respect or whatever you want to call it. Like, oh, yo, that's my bro, you know. Maybe.
But do you think it's because of like the situation? Because it's like, put it this way, like, let's say if it was like, all right, Diddy was caught like selling drugs. That's some like more shit that I feel they get respect for not saying nothing. But when it's this situation with everything that he got accused of doing, like, that's crazy shit.
Crazy shit.
That it's like, that shit really gonna make you look like a bad person at the end of the day if you was a part of that. Like,
now he is into some freakish shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, that's some crazy shit. The shit I heard that he did to her, and I can't say I know the full story, just a little bit of what I heard, but the shit I heard was crazy.
But I just feel like if she's willing to like go, like, move on from it and accept the payout, because she was looking for a certain amount. This is the thing too. So I get everything that happened, but you was willingly to settle your feelings and your emotions for a certain amount. And now that you got it, I just feel like shit should calm down a bit. Like, you feel me? Because it basically looked like you said, you feel me? Oh, you know, for this 30 million, whatever, like, I'm not gonna pursue. And I'm not gonna really talk about it like that no more. They signed a whole bunch of NDAs and shit like that. For shit won't happen. So I'm just like, I just feel like other people shouldn't even be worried that they're gonna be included in it if they already settled it. You feel me? And coming out like with your story like that, and coming out with your story, it gives it more validation and more hype. So now, if they wanted to close it, like, you feel me, the case or whatever, like.
What's this number? If I'm Modesto, say I don't answer phone numbers like that.
Just click them, maybe. Should record it stuff?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh.
You keep going.
Yeah, but I just feel like, you know, like, it's a little messed up to hype a situation that was already settled from the accuser and the perpetrator, if you want to say it like that. Like, you feel me?
That's
like,
the thing. I think it's Diddy. Like,
it's Diddy.
It's Diddy. It's like, if it was anybody else, fine. They settled their shit. But it's Diddy. Like, bro, you too big, you too famous. This shit gonna haunt you.
Yeah, he's gonna haunt him for a couple of years. Look, he had to step down from Revolt TV. That's his company.
He had to, and I'm pretty sure his own company people told him, like, bro, yo, your whole company gonna get affected if you don't step down.
A lot of his businesses are, man. That's just the way like things go. Once shit hits like the internet,
bro, that's it. Bro, let's take the shit that happened with Kanye. Kanye ain't do not half of the shit this nigga was accused for. He just started talking crazy, and what happened? They got kicked off for everything. Every fucking company just cut him off. Like. That's how it is, bro. It's because of how famous they are. You too famous for this shit. Like,
they even try to make a whole big thing about Kanye and Chris Brown. Like, they was partying in Dubai, listening to, like, I think Kanye new track, and then, like, I don't know, Chris Brown was like jamming. They said to like an anti-Semitic like line or whatever, and niggas made a whole big deal about it. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, come on, bro. You know, like. I just feel like
that was actually very intentional. He wanted everybody to talk about it. He wanted everybody to talk about it, bro. He basically mentioned something that he hasn't talked about in so long, because he saw how everybody reacted and how he tried to like really put it out there, and like almost like we responded, but I don't think we responded how he probably wanted it. Like, he probably really was looking to put these people down, put the Jews down for the things that he was saying. Or not put him down, but just, whatever his plan was, he wanted to see more of it. I don't know exactly what he wanted to see, but I don't think he got the results.
Yeah, I just felt like it went more a negative route.
Yeah,
it
went more a negative route for him. Sorry to call you off, man, but I just wanted to say that line was very, 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 hey, I know y'all gonna speak about this, so I'm gonna say it. And whether he felt like that or not, he just, Kanye is gonna do him. He can't get canceled anymore. He knows that. So, but knowing what sparks people, he did that. He said it, and it was his line was saying like, "How y'all gonna call me anti-Semitic when I just fucked a Jew?" Right?
Kanye's the GOAT, son.
Yeah. Which is fire. That's a fire ass line. Like,
that's
with everything going on, I was like, that's actually fire, bro. Because like, how you gonna try to say I don't really like you're gonna be like, damn, that nigga don't like Jews. Damn, he a hater, blah blah. But then it's like, yo, what you mean? Like, if I would date a Jew, I'm just telling y'all how I feel though.
Facts. I just piped one down. What you? How do I hate them?
How do I hate them? Yeah.
No, that nigga hate them though. You can't lie. That nigga hate them, bro. The amount of shit that nigga talked about them, that nigga hate them. That nigga hate Jews.
Or maybe as a cover up, who knows? But yeah.
That nigga hate Jews, bro. Stop. The amount of shit that nigga said, bro. You could pull up quotes on his shit. You be like, damn, niggas.
Yeah, there's a story behind everything, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
He might have his reasons. I always say there's stories behind everything. You feel me? It's just a lot of shit not available to, you feel me, regular people. I feel like Kanye, because he passed that threshold. You feel me? He has access to knowledge. You feel me? That people probably wouldn't even ever get to see in their life. Like, you know.
Now, right now, what I see, a lot of it is, one, almost trying not to feel like he's boxed in, because that's one thing that about Kanye, I know he never want to feel like he's boxed in. So I think he does things like throwing a picture in a whole nother country with his ass out and his girl in the passenger seat, it looks like. So it almost looks like he has his pants down, his girl is like doing some fellatio on him, and like people are like they're throwing pictures, or people are able to see that. So I think it's like he's breaking the barrier of like what normal is. That's why he be dressing him and his girl be dressing as like not AIs, but more like if they're in a game, and they just decided to wear some gears. It is gears. It's not even like clothing. It's a gear on top of your clothing.
Wearing in gear.
So it's like trying to break the barrier of what's normal. That's why there's a lot of things I do like. There's like almost everything I like, but then there's some things that is like, damn, bro, that's a little bit like, you know this is only gonna go forward because you're Kanye. So like you're taking the power, your power, and you're just putting it out there, and it's almost like I really don't care. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The not caring is the whole. The not caring is really not trying to be inside a box. Like, what y'all gonna tell me? Like, this is what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it.
I kind of fuck with that. You feel me? Like I kind of mess with the whole thing. Like you feel me? Like I feel like I should have no restrictions. If this is me and I'm doing me, like I'm gonna do it my way. Like I don't care how you feel. Like
Yeah, that's why he said. Like, what's the reason for calling somebody crazy just because he want to stand on top of the table? He just wanted to stand on top of the table. That doesn't mean that he's crazy. That's what
you're just doing what everybody isn't doing.
Yeah.
You feel me? Not going with majority of like, you feel me? You just stand out because you don't do that. You feel me? You're always gonna stand out. And then Kanye, for being as big as Kanye is, you feel me? It's just a bigger trend. But he did, man. He showed already, bro. Like Adidas haven't been the same since Yeezy's left. So that's, you already know, man.
And now they were talking about cutting a deal again. I don't know if it happened. I think they did talk about selling what's left in the vault that they had planned to sell. I don't know if that actually happened because I don't really buy Yeezy stuff. I'm a fan of it, but it's so hard to get that I just rather not even go through that stress.
Nah, that's true. But I can't wait till Kanye drop more clothing, though. I ain't gonna lie. His clothing was fly, bro. Like, the sneakers was fly.
Yeah, they fly, man.
They fly, man.
Definitely a fan of a few things. I'm just not a fan of those sandals, bro.
But a lot of people are.
Well, maybe it's because one of the sandals
kind of... The runners?
The normal ones, like the normal sandals, the slides, those are like kind of fit me a little bit. No matter if my size fits me too small and the next size fit me too big, so I just don't like them because of that. But they look really good. And then the runners, they look comfortable, like I said, because everybody say that they're comfortable. But I just wouldn't ever want to put those on my feet. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
So I feel like certain colorways is type heat though.
The colorways is always gonna be heat. Depending, you could put colorways on the couch and it's gonna be heat. Like the only thing that I really don't like about them is because they really look like Indian shoe. Not Indian, but like a genie type of shoe. You see how the genie has like a very slim and then like it curls up a little bit.
Yeah, the pointy shit.
Pointy one. It's like a version of that, or just many other. I can't think of it on top of my head right now, but there's other ones that we would look at that and we'd be like, yo, we wouldn't. What are those?
Like, but I feel like that about the moon boots, whatever. Yo, bro, them shits is trash. Officially, my nigga. If you 50 years old wearing some moon boots, that's whack. Like you look like.
I think wait, the moon boots, like the red ones.
Yeah, the big red shits.
I think there was that. No, that's
they
like
got them in yellow too.
But it's really just part of the game. Like that's the thing. That's another thing about Kanye. He knows how to play the game. And he's like, when he does things like that, is playing it. Like him bringing back the Jew things. Easily, like, what's somebody like that we all know famous, and like even damn, I don't want to bring his name up again. I really want to leave Diddy alone just to see what happens, man. But we can't act like we're not seeing it and just stay shut. But it's like Diddy right now. He's kind of quiet. He's seeing how everything moves. He stepped down like y'all talked about, and
he's not responding too much.
He's not responding too much to anything, and like he could easily do that with the Jews, but no, not Kanye. Kanye will go out there and be like, bro, what are you talking about, guys? Like, I'm here, and he will somehow make that very cool where people know we all love him, so it's hard to kind of look away.
Facts. I just feel like there's a lot of people in that whole Diddy situation. You feel me? Also, like I heard like little Usher up in that shit. I heard mad people up in that shit, man. It's like this shit. I don't know, just for like, we won't have a whole another R. Kelly thing, like a whole big thing.
That's what's happening, though.
We have like one of the greats, and then like their music becomes like somewhat like prohibited. Like
that's exactly what's happening. It's another R. Kelly situation.
You feel me? But I just hope it doesn't blow up like that, because Diddy is fundamental to hip hop. You feel me? And like he did bring up Bad Boys, a lot of good artists that are part of the history of like hip hop is in there, and just I wouldn't like nothing to smudge on all of their careers, you know. Messing with, like, you feel me? Because people will put a smudge on their career, like, oh, how can you mess with a person like that? And that's where shit starts. You feel me?
Nah, I got a message for hip hop and the game and the music business. I got a message for them, bro. No lie. You know what I really don't like? I really don't like how they have glorified this amazing game. It's an amazing game to be, and we all love it. We all like music. We all start seeing these big artists as heroes. They know this as well. But you know what, bro? It got to a point where it's like we ourselves trying to do what they once did, but then we realized that so much went on for them to do all of that, so much went on for them to stay there, so much was going, so they did so much that I will ask somebody like, how do you get there, and he don't even know how to answer me. One of the greatest, like somebody that I used to work with is Fat Joe, bro. I asked Fat Joe, how, like, what's going on, bro? Like, I wanna do this. Like, how do I do this? Because right now I'm broke and I wanna do this. And I love it, but I can't do it because I don't have the money for it. But this 9 to 5 ain't working. So you know what? I'm trying to go back to school and learn the music business. I'm trying to go back to school and learn how to mix and master. I'm trying to go back to school and learn how to record and trying to do all of this and learn all of this and through YouTube. I could do all of that. We could do all of that. We're not stupid. But man, what's going on with the game that when a person loves this, when a person want to do what he want to do, and that's just be an artist, be a creator, do his thing, it feels like a guy has to sell drugs, a guy has to sell cocaine, a guy has to go and probably rob somebody else. And when they do get there, when they finally get there, bro, because they did all of this, because it was like, I'm not dying broke, I'm not letting my mom go through all of this while she barely could pay rent. I understand why some people end up doing all of this. And you know what? When I talk to the greats like Fat Joe, who did give me many advices, who did get to hear me rapping, and he gave me advice, I always admire that. But damn, bro, at what point do I just be like, yo, fuck this shit, because this shit right here, it has scarred me for life, bro. Has scarred a nigga like me for life. And I know I'm not the only one, where it's like, bro, I just want to do this shit because I love it. I don't care if I get paid $15 an hour for it, but it's like I have to figure out so much. Then it's like nobody's gonna help you. That's the one thing that I learned from Joe. He said, like, nobody's gonna help me. And it doesn't matter if you have 3 billion, 5 billion, nobody's gonna help you, bro. You gotta figure it out. And that's why so much shit happened just to niggas figure it out. You want me to figure it out? I'll figure it out.
I mean, in all honesty, I just feel like nowadays, like, having love for the game and shit like that is like 50% of it. And now, like, mostly everything, like, to compare to everyday life, like, you know, like, everything is 50% love, 50% hustle. So it's like, it's basically like, I just feel like now the game is designed in a way like, not a lot of people been social after COVID and stuff. It killed a lot of more socialism and shit between humans and stuff like that. So, and then now, like, if you don't got to hustle to fund what you love, you feel me, it's like, that is not going to work out. Because, you know, a job is just to keep up with bills, you feel me? As you growing up, you feel me, you're going to come into more bills, more responsibilities. Like, it's just life, you know? So a lot of these artists went through a lot of situations like that, like, you know, went through hard times and stuff like that, where they had to do something. They love the game.
Crazy. That's why I can never be really mad at them. Like, I will never be like, damn, like, I'm just extremely, like, I'm this, like, some people be like, like, I hate this artist now. Like, I don't hate no artist, because I can understand how they was in a worse position than me. I'm lucky that I have a home. I'm lucky that I have a great mom. I'm lucky that I do have money at least to get food, and, you know, I have clothes, be on my fly shit, get a girl if I want to. There's some people that will never even understand what is that, and they had to go do whatever they had to do to get there. But that's really what it took a great like Fat Joe to do. Coming from his storyline, it's like he had to do whatever it took. And it's like, damn, bro, like, I just want the whoever's like up there, whoever can have more control into hip hop, whoever can start putting more into like a Snoop Dogg, you know, who has now put himself in a position to own more of what hip hop came up with. Death Road. I want to see like more of that flowing. I want to see like, okay, don't just purchase it, and like I want to see where's it going. Like I want to see the water turn blue again. Like let's turn the water. I know y'all got it in blood, but damn, like let's see the water. Let's see the waterfall come to that clearness, to that blue. Like where's the love, bro? Like where's really the love? Like I be hearing like big artists be like, yo, I love my fans, and I'll be like, I love my fans, and I'll be like, damn, where like how much do they really love us though? Is that something just cool to say? You know, when you start hearing everybody say it, like it's like, at what point do you actually start seeing that? Somebody that gave me that feeling was Jelly Roll. He, like, when I see him, bro, he really means that shit. And when I see him, like, he actually be wanting to do something. Like he be like, how can we help? Like, how can we help? It reminds me of how Mr. B started. He said, yo, I just want to do this, bro. Like, how can we? I don't care if I don't make any money. I just want to, like, do this because I like it. I love it. I want to help people. I like to do these challenges, and I want to give them the money out. And they was like, no, they had to tell him, like, we do need the money somehow, for then we could get bigger and we could do better things, and then we could give more. But for him, it was like I just want to do this, and that's how it is to me. Like, I could go on a world tour with and work every day, and it's like, as long as I get to do what I love, like, I don't care if you even pay me. And that's why that's not a good mindset to have, because even Nikola Tesla, who had that mindset when he was growing up and doing all this, like, electricity and doing all these inventions, he didn't care much about the money part. He wasn't the best businessman. He just was a great creator. So people took his ideas and they took his money, where to the point where he died broke. But really, like, he just loved creating. And that's how it feels as a creator. That's how it feels as an artist, bro.
Bro, now you feel me? Money basically can fund somewhat your happiness. Like, like, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes to make what you love into profit, you gotta kind of engage in things that you probably would have never seen yourself, like, probably getting into. Like, that's what you gotta do. That's like the doors you gotta break through. Like, in life, like, because even for a worker, like, most people that work a job, they basically not really happy in their job, bro, because their job is just for their bills or their kids and this and that. Like,
that's what I mean by broke, though. It's like we living paycheck to paycheck, and even when you do have some extra, it's like it's really hard to go and spend $10,000 on a vacation with your kids, because it's like.
But then you see the regular dude that hustles and works, now he's able to do way more.
Yeah.
Like, he's able, if he want to do music, you feel me, he's able to book the studio for days because his hustle got that, like, and everything else is covered. Like, that's basically the blueprint that they left for us. Like, like, if you want to get out of the position you in, you still got to kind of work, because you got to still have a legitimacy. Like, you got to keep something legit. You just can't go full illegal with the shits. Mm-hmm. But
nah, for sure. That's why we have, like, people like Earn Your Leisure. That podcast is amazing for sure. That teaches you the business and just the real business, not the music business. And even people that go there and talk about the music business, and they tell you how to become a millionaire and having a 9-to-5, how to become successful with a 9-to-5. So there's ways. I'm not saying that there's not ways. I'm just saying, like, there's so much traps, and as you're trying to get up, as you're trying to go up. And, like, a lot of us is us trapping each other. But it kind of sucks when, like, the people that end up going through those traps and finally get themselves free, where it's like, well, I'm gonna stay away from over there. And I get it. It's probably like, who knows, bro? I have a million ideas of why they won't. And that's just me, always the guy who's looking at the good side of it. Like, I'm always looking at you could be a person that I really don't give a fuck, and then I'm trying to figure out, like, maybe this person is a reason why he doesn't give a fuck. But there are some that just don't give a fuck, and there is no reason.
That's a fact, though. You feel me? Everybody got a different mindset. Nobody's the same, so you can't expect the next man to be just like you, the next woman to be just like you, think the same way. Everybody's just different, you feel me?
Yeah, this is a career, this is an industry where it's built for you to lose money. It's like you're going to lose and lose and lose until you win. There is no making money along the way. There is no sustainability. You're going to lose until you win. This is like playing the lottery, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, every single song that you make, that you put out, it's like you playing the lottery. Maybe this song will pop off. Maybe.
And then the better chances you have is, like, if you put more into it. And the only way, like what you said, is like you could put into it is basically like if you go seeking more financials for you could pour into it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a more of a loss, like what you said, but it's what you got to do, because if not, that shit just gonna die. Like, it's gonna die. It's not like that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like a plant, when you don't give it no water for like a week, you see it shrivel up. You feel me? That's what I could compare the game to right now. The game really, right now, is highlighting a lot of negative, like, points, you feel me? But it kind of always did, but at least the negative had a storyline to it. Mm-hmm. So you kind of could have understood, like, how a person became, like, a gangbanger, blah, blah, blah. It would have more, like, substance. The songs will have more substance. But now, shit just became more dark, so it got people more in dark places, you feel me? Right. And then people stressed out for, like, money and inflation and everything else, so...
Yeah. I think I could do, like, a few years in a house prison, not a house, in your own house prison, like young boy, and not go crazy, or
I mean,
or you think you could
Yeah.
like not, or you think you should be good with the money and
Yes.
I think he has also visitors option.
The way
Bro,
Young
he
Boy
has-
got
bro,
his
he's
fire.
had not just visit, anybody could come in and outside of his house.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
literally has that full on YouTubers walk in, give him an interview. He does full on music videos in his crib.
Nigga, his house, in the
Like,
space of his house,
the space
it's
of his
amazing.
house.
A
But it's
fucking
already been-
mansion with a pool
With like
fucking-
30 acres of space, bro.
Bro, he could just bring bitches in whenever he want. All his niggas come. Bro,
Yeah,
he,
but he
he
has
be
2
riding
years without
motorcycles in his
leaving,
backyard.
bro.
Like,
Bro, but look, he can
I
leave.
think that's what it said,
Like, he
like,
can
he has,
leave. He
okay.
can leave his crib for like business purposes. So like,
He can leave his crib for business,
but it got to be straight business, and
yeah.
not like
and that's
you
like go through them
Yeah,
too. Like he has
it
to
can't
tell
be through
them
like
that's
the
permission.
club. He can't be
No.
going to the club and having fun, but it was like business.
Maybe like a
yeah.
doctor's appointment that he really gotta
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Nah,
Instead-
doctor comes to
No,
him.
but I'm saying like if he did have to, that's something.
Yeah, that's something that he could
Something
clear
he
up.
could clear up.
You
Right,
feel me?
right.
But the way he got it, bro, is amazing, bro.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, bro. Like, honestly, like, NBA Youngboy has profited a lot in his career, so he's able to sustain himself during all this time.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? He locked up, but, you know, he ain't locked
He
up.
ain't locked up, bro. Like being locked up is a whole different shit.
I mean, yeah, bro. You don't get those access. He's still eating great food.
Yeah.
He's still out here. He's still out here smoking weed. He's still out here drinking.
Yeah.
He's still out here wilding. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Doing videos. Still like in the
Yeah,
mix.
still doing everything. But that's why I said get me tight when I saw that whole back during COVID, bro. Every celebrity would come out in a big ass mansion, being like, "If you can stay home, make sure you stay home. I know it's boring, and I know we're like in jail, and I know it's a struggle, and I'm losing my mind being in this fucking $1 million mansion here. But you stay home." Like that's
Yeah,
used to get me
you
tight.
stay home and then you look at your shit
You
like,
look at yo, so like nigga, it's easy for you to say, nigga.
easy for you to say, my nigga. I've been
Yeah.
here with my parents for man long, and I'm already about to go
Yeah,
ballistic
bro,
with them.
Yeah, that's
You at least
crazy.
could go to your pool.
Yeah, bro. you
What
go to your
pool I got?
Like, I
Yeah,
got
all the
bathroom.
pools is closed. All everything's closed.
Everything
Bro.
closed, bro.
And that kind of just that in my head, everything is so corrupted that I thought to myself, damn, they got paid for this. They got paid to convince us that it's
You know
okay
the
to
whole
stay home.
COVID shit. The whole COVID shit is big.
It's
It's a
a whole
conspiracy.
conspiracy, yeah.
It's big. It's big, bro. Because it's just too much shit. You feel me? That we could probably make a whole segment about because the whole COVID shit is just. It's just too
And
much.
2
in there.
years after, about to be 3.
Bro, people still making money off of COVID.
Well, 3 years after, right? Now,
Just think about
2020,
that.
2021.
They still making money off of it.
Damn, that they are still making. I'm mad that there's still the option to take that. That city lifted up all the things, but I'm
Yeah.
sure like you could go to the hospital. Hey, I want to take the COVID shot. Bang, they have it there.
And that shit just crazy, man. Like how the
man.
way the government be moving sometimes and just like profiting and the big people profited from it. You know, people that you don't see in the shadows, you know, they profited, big pharma profits. But everybody else who's just regular, you just got to go through the woes, like, you know.
Making a bag off of sick people is sickening. But hey, man, yo, thank y'all for listening. If y'all came this far, for real, we appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Man.
it. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Stay in the motion. Bees out.
B Piper B Rose is out. TDK, man.
TK out of here, man. Thanks for listening.
Lucid Dreamers.